AskReddit by Uptown Rocker. What movie is good but has a bad ending? Titanic is a cinematic triumph that captures the tragedy and romance of its historical setting, but the ending, where Rose throws the priceless necklace into the ocean, often strikes viewers as frustrating and illogical after everything that had been established about her character and her past. La La Land, while a beautiful and engaging musical, ends with a bittersweet montage that shows what could have been for the main characters. This ending, though artistically resonant, can feel like a gut punch to those who were rooting for a happily ever after. The Matrix Revolutions concludes the groundbreaking trilogy with a confusing and somewhat anticlimactic battle, leaving many questions about the fate of the Matrix and its inhabitants unresolved. The philosophical depth of the first movie feels diluted in an ending that tries to be both open-ended and conclusive. I Am Legend. It was closer to the source material, at least. The film touches on it but sort of misses the point that the main character is seen as the bad guy by the monsters. They are what is normal now. He is this boogeyman that walks in the light that harms them and kidnaps their people. Sunshine is an amazing horror thriller, until it goes full slasher movie at the end. It could have been a true masterpiece. The ending makes it a good movie with an amazing score. The ending is why Sunshine is awesome and not just a prettier version of the core. Law-abiding citizen. I feel like nothing was accomplished in end. The legal system wasn't changed, was it? What did the lawyer actually learn from the ordeal? C7N grips you with its dark, intense storytelling. Me Before You brings viewers on an emotional roller coaster, but its controversial ending involving assisted suicide is deeply divisive. While meant to provoke thought about choice and love, for many, it comes off as a despairing conclusion that sparks more outrage than insight. Unthinkable, but making the rounds on social media the last couple months. The ending is meant to be left open to interpretation, which is in line with the running theme of the movie, but it doesn't stop the ending from being poorly executed and a real runs out of steam feeling. This is what I was going to comment as well. I was extremely into the movie, and then, credits. Matrix Trilogy. The problem is that it should have ended at one and, if they went in other directions, they should have been exploring the world or prequels. Kind of like the Animatrix. The best of the Matrix sequels. Don't worry darling. Gravity Falls. The bad part is that it ends. Watched it for the first time and literally watched the last ep last night. What an amazing show. Hereditary. They totally did King Payment dirty. I think Shang-Chi. I really enjoyed the family drama. It was compelling to see a son who feels guilt over his mother's death, a father who can't move on and a daughter who was pushed aside. It makes for some raw emotion, but then they pull the big CGI finale with a dragon and the emotional reconciliation between father and son was rushed. It felt kinda fresh as Marvel movies go, or as fresh as the 23rd movie in a series can be. Then it turned into a big CGI fight with nameless alien demon robot grey CGI mooks and low stakes. A Quiet Place. I thought it was wonderful, right up to the sudden reveal, which retroactively ruined the entire thing for me. I don't know, it would have felt like a bit of a pointless film if that hadn't happened. How would you have ended it? The creatures attacking the farm and the family dies? Manchester by the Sea. Interesting choice. How would you have ended it? It's bleak and unsatisfying, but it fits with the rest of the film. It. In both the Tim Curry version and the Bill Skarsgård version, the first half is excellent, the second half has good moments, and the end falls flat on its face. How to Train Your Dragon 3. Sucker Punch. While not horrible in the extended version, the theatrical release was awful. Sucker Punch ticked me off so badly. There is such a great idea in there, but it was just executed really poorly. The action and set pieces were great, but it needed something a little more to tie it all together. I like that they didn't pull punches, and had the ending be, not entirely happy, but it could have hit better if the lead up had been smoother. A Star is Born. Yes. I have mixed feelings about the ending of Artificial Intelligence. Also, I think the first, and only, Matrix film could have done without the stupid flying off bit at the end. I can see that. Definitely hits you right in the feels though. Source code. If it had ended at the freeze frame, it would have been tragically perfect. Off topic, but there are a lot of, I'm guessing, bots in this thread. I've seen 10 comments following the exact same sentence structure and grammatic styles, including several extra comments from different users that are just copy pastes of each other. WTF going on? You're not wrong. It's weird. The Lost World, Jurassic Park. The San Diego sequence was great, one of the best in the entire franchise, but it really belonged in a different movie. Yeah, it's rushed and poorly thought through. The book expands on it a little and says there was raptors on the boat as well, which explains how the entire crew got eaten when the Rex is still in the hold, but they really should have saved dinosaurs in the big city for a third film. They could have kept the rest of the film exactly as is and ended with the Rex, and maybe a few others, en route for San Diego. Doesn't need any more than that. Perfect setup. Instead we get a rushed sequence and JP3 is laughably bad at its worst, and painfully uninspired at best. The Village. OMG, I hated that movie for that.